We began this learning path with the first reading and the literal meaning of the text. We then moved to the second reading where we examined the mechanics of a text. This forms a solid foundation for the next category of questions, which involves a deeper meaning of the text. When we look at the third reading of what does a text mean, we want to ask inferencing type of questions that encourage discussion of the text. One way I have taught inferencing in the past is through this little chant. Inferencing is combining schema or background knowledge with information from the text to form a new idea. The key to inferencing in grades 3 through 8 is to have students use evidence from the text to support their inferences. So here are a few examples of level 3 type questions that refer to what does the text mean. You can see they're a lot more complicated. We want you to be aware that classroom discussions around the third reading of what does the text say may take longer as a whole, be marked by periods of silence, and we need to provide or to include more time to draw conclusions and more time for longer student responses. This is a difficult task going to level 3 questions, but hopefully we've built a foundation with the first reading and the second reading level type questions. Here are some examples of anchor charts that you could use in your classroom to teach inferencing. This one compares the two of predictions and inferencing, and then how could you sentence starters for inferencing. This one has inferring themes, and it's talking about this book down here called Teammates, but it's a good example to teach how to infer themes within your classroom. When annotating the third reading, it's important to set a purpose for the annotations. I like to give them the question that we're going to be discussing, and then they can highlight evidence that will help them respond to the questions. They could write notes in the margins and even letter E for evidence, so they will know exactly where to go once you begin your discussion.